At this time, we're joined by Sporting Kansas City manager Peter Vermes. First question will go to Daniel Sperry of the Kansas City Star. Dan, your line is open.
Hey, Peter. Where do you think it went wrong tonight? Seemed like you guys were in control early, and that kind of slipped pretty quickly there.
Yeah, no, I don't know if I agree with what you said. I think we're playing a team that right now is in really good form, and we scored. They got one. They went up at halftime. I think the penalty is it's something that we shouldn't have. It's something that we could have controlled. The second goal was look. Sometimes that happens. Someone crosses and someone finishes. That happens in games. So it's not an abnormal goal. I think the penalty is a different one, and I think the third goal is two things. I think first and foremost, if you're going to call that a handball, when the player's hand is down by his side, the whole idea about behind the handball and the way that the laws of the game are, it talks about making yourself bigger in an unnatural position. The player's hand's down by his side. Because a ball ricochets off of his leg, hits his butt, and then hits his hand, it's not a handball. But at the same time, the referee's talking to him. And for him to allow them to play fast at that moment when he's talking to our guy, totally different. And it took him so long to make the call as well. So in that situation, he should have called that. He should have called that back. That to me, that's the one that bothers me, and the other that bothers me is that 10 minutes into the game, because we're 1-0, we're getting forced to hurry up and play really fast. For what reason? I don't even know what we're doing. We're not even playing slow. We're just playing the normal game. And then as they go up, and they're walking everywhere, and there's not the same fervor to try to get them to play fast like there was to us. And now the game's different as well. And so we didn't get the same accommodation in the game. And those two things. I like Ismail. I think he's a good referee, but I think in those two actions, I think the third goal, he has to stop that play because of the way the situation occurred and the way he was talking to our player in that moment. And I think it changes the game.
And then, did you get a chance to talk with him?
Yeah, I told him. I told him everything. Yeah, I told him everything I just told you.
Did he say why he allowed that play to happen?
I'm not going to tell you what he said to me. It's I don't want to do that to him. He can speak for himself. But again, and I think in a game like this where once they go up 3-1 and the game is back and forth end to end, you're going to get chances. You're going to get balls in front of you, in front of your goal, and all those other things because we had them as well against them. And I thought our team actually did some really good things. And I think that, like I said, I think the third goal. Could we be smarter? Sure, we could be smarter. We could keep the ball and get a yellow card. We could do that and not let them play fast. There's a lot of different things that we could do in that as well. But again, I still go back to it. For him to call that a handball, first of all, is just not correct. And then the second piece is that he's talking to a guy, and there's no way that there should be a play to play the other team to be able to play quickly.
Thanks,
Next question will go to Thad Bell of the Blue Testament. Thad, your line is open.
Hey, Peter, I know a lot of it came down to a couple of those moments and a couple of those calls, but overall, how did you feel the team performed versus just a couple of those moments?
Yeah, I think once all the goals got scored, especially when it was 3-1, I think the game got a little bit. It was more open than before. But then when we got the second goal, all of a sudden they didn't have the energy to go forward anymore, and they were just trying to do whatever they could to try to go on a counter with 1, 2, maybe at the most 3 guys. And we were doing a very good job from behind to defend, and we were just, we put some good balls in around the box. We had a couple of chances. We had the corner. So yeah, I actually think we did okay. I just don't like the penalty, and I don't like the third goal.
Seeing no more questions, thank you, Peter, for your time.
Thanks.